A very good afternoon to you on the second day of October, the year 2022. This is Lunchtime News. Thank you for joining us. I am Nissie Imano. Byron Abuli is our sign language interpreter this afternoon. Now, teachers in Teso North constituency in Busia County have appealed to the government to set up junior secondary schools within primary schools for ease of continuity. The teachers cited distance as a major challenge, considering the nearest secondary schools are located further away from primary schools. The teachers encouraged setting up of a fact-finding committee to oversee the implementation of the new curriculum. Kenya National Union of Teachers Teso Secretariat said the president had set a team to look into matters concerning the competency-based curriculum.
Schools are very far. We have very few secondary schools from around. So it has been, how will this child reach the nearer secondary school? If only the government can think about it, to put up a structure within this same school, then a lot would have been incorporated into these children. My appeal is this, that let the junior secondary school be placed under primary section, because it will give these pupils a ample time.
Rais aliteua jopo la kukusanya maoni kutoka kwa wananchi kuhusu mfumo wa KBC. Nilipata nafasi, hiyo jopo inaenda kuzuru kila kaunti kutaka maoni yetu. Je, mfumo huu ufanyiwe marekebisho, urekebishwe kivipi? Na nyinyi kama wazazi ni stakeholders wakubwa sana katika sekta ya elimu. Kwa nafasi pia tutoe mawili matatu ambayo tunaona katika mfumo huo.
All right, we want to head over to Homa Bay. Today, the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, was attending a church service, joined the congregants of African Inland Church in Homa Bay town. And Wycliffe Okech is our reporter on that story. He's on standby to give us an update. Good afternoon, Wycliffe. Over to you.
Good afternoon to you, Nissie, Imano, back in Nairobi. We are, of course, coming to you live from Homa Bay County. Like you've rightly put it, this is Sunday, and many Christians across the country took to the church to worship, and so was the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, who joined worshippers at the African Inland Church in Homa Bay town. I remember this is the first time that the President is visiting Homa Bay County since his election as the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya. And part of the activities that he undertook
We apologize for that technical hitch. We will try and get Wycliffe back when we can, but let's move on for now. The government has been urged to set aside 300 million shillings from the Hustler Fund annually for deaf youths and adults to help them engage in post-school entrepreneurial skills and professional development. Led by the chairman of the Muslim Deaf Association of Kenya, Abdi Dile, the group also called on the National Council for Persons with Disabilities to set aside 200 million shillings per year for deaf citizens for their projects, related businesses and other undertakings to enhance their inclusion in the bottom-up enterprise. Speaking during the annual Deaf Awareness Week celebrations marked in Malindi, Kilifi County, Abdile said senior deaf citizens should also be given critical consideration in medical care, independent living, housing movement and other arrangements.
We face a lot of challenges. We have the women and also other deaf who go to the hospital. You know, sometimes you can go and explain that you have Yes, you have diarrhea. When you explain, they don't understand. They can give you other medication. So also in the county offices, we really see that we have not employed a lot of the deaf people.
Wanataka inclusivity. Hivi tu nimeambiwa wangependa pia wakawe na mwakilishi pale bunge la county. Lakini sisi tuwasema bora umewakilishwa katika serikali yetu. Iwe ni ndani ya county, iwe ni katika zile service providers ndani ya county. Kwa mfano tunajua health ni watu wengi ambao wana access health, na ikiwa kuna watu kama wale na hawezi kuwa na communication, ili wanapokuwa na maradhi fulani waweze kusema na wapate prescription ya sawa.
And elsewhere, 2 GSU officers who were killed in a banditry attack in Turkana County last Sunday were buried today in Kirinyaga County. This and more stories on our county's roundup.
Boniface Mutiso Mudhi of 26 years and Brian Mashari of 22 years were buried in Kiamanyeki village of Mwea constituency and Kianderi village in Kerugoya, Kirinyaga County, respectively. Leaders present, led by the Kirinyaga County Women Representative Jen Jerry Maina and Senator Kamau Murango, called on the government to intervene and stop the cattle rustling menace in the region.
Kwa hivyo mimi naomba serikali ya William Samoei Ruto, nataka hawa vijana wetu wakienda kulinda sisi wananchi ama wakienda kuweka usalama, wahakikishe kwamba wako fully equipped ili waweze kupambana na wale magaidi.
Saa hii tuko na inspector wa police, rais wetu Ruto ameweka budget kando na akaweka kwa IG mkubwa wa polisi na akateua mtu anaitwa Jafeth Koome kusimamia. Tungesema wasimamie polisi, watafute bima ya polisi.
Elsewhere, bishops in Nyanza region have embarked on a post-poll peace campaign in a bid to unite residents following the 2022 general elections. The clergy urged residents to move on and stick together for a greater cause.
And we come here in order to bring peace to our people so that we can live in peace. Without peace, there is no development. So this is what we are come for, and we want our country to remain in peace. Although after the election, we need peace to be in our nation of Kenya. No division at all.
And the Principal Secretary, State Department for Vocational Training, Dr. Margaret Mwakima, has emphasized the core objective of Technical and Vocational Education and Training TVET, saying, by use of formal, non-formal and informal learning, the colleges equip learners with knowledge and technical skills for employment.
County government, wakiwa constituency, tuendeleze development zetu pamoja, ili watu wetu wote wapate kufaidika. Tuko na maono ya kwamba wakisoma tuone vile tutawapatia tools na tuwa connect kwa microfinancing ama financing, na tumesikia kuna hata hii hustler fund, tuone vile wataweza kujiajiri na waweze kuajiri wengine.
These are stakeholders in the fight against female genital mutilation (FGM) are now proposing that the campaign and education issues related to the cut and other cultural issues be entrenched in the curriculum, as this would act as a perfect tool in ending FGM.
A lot of the time you find that this is covered as, extracurricular activities. They are not directly inbuilt into our curriculum, and even when we do it, the curriculum does not really give a lot of prominence to some of these issues. So yes, one way we can do it as institutions is to make it find its way into the curriculum, so that we give it adequate time.
In Kajiado County, Mau Mau veterans now want the government to extend a stipend and recognize them to ease their suffering, claiming they were left homeless after their parents' death fighting for independence.
Sisi ni wale wa watu ya Mau Mau, tulipigania Mau Mau, na tangu siku hiyo hatujapata kitu. Wazee wetu wanakufa, watoto wetu wanakufa sauli ya njaa. Hatuna kitu ya kukula, magonjwa inatuzidia. Tunaomba hii serikali mpya itukubuke.
In Busia, Governor Dr. Paul Otuoma has said the ongoing headcount of workers in the county is in a bid to ensure there is on record the adequate number of people that will work on delivering services to Busia residents.
Mambo ile ambayo inaendelea hii ya kuhesabu na kukagua wafanyikazi wa serikali is just to make sure that we have the correct workforce ambao wanafanyia wananchi kazi. Na wengi mnaona iko transparent. Ile mali si watu walikuwa nayo ati wao wengine watafukuzwa kazi, hiyo hakuna. Lakini pia wewe ukiwa ni mzigo kwa wafanyikazi, kwa watu wa Busia, kwamba badala ya watu wa Busia kupata huduma, hiyo pesa wewe unakulanga tu na hakuna kitu unafanya.
Education stakeholders in Narok County, led by Governor Patrick Ntutu, have asked the Teachers Service Commission (TSC) to include the entire county as a hardship area for teachers owing to the vastness and remoteness of the area.
When I walk to School A, which is just across the road, these teachers are being paid hardship allowance and the other ones are not. They live in the same area, they bring the same dirty water or good water, they walk in the same way the others walk. Actually, they come from the same town, but this one is being paid more than the other one.
Now moving on, an orphan boy from Kakamega County who scored a B- is yet to join the university he was admitted to due to financial challenges. Duncan Lugalu's dream to join Egerton University to pursue electrical engineering course seems to have hit a wall owing to lack of school fees.
Meet Duncan Lukangu. If he's not busy feeding the neighbors' cows, he is at another neighbor's farm toiling to make ends meet. 1 month after students joined various universities to further their education, Duncan Lukangu, an orphan from Shitoto village, Mumias East, is stranded and remained at home because of lack of school fees. In efforts to raise the school fees, Lukangu has now resorted to moving from one neighbor to another to do manual jobs. Lukangu, who comes from a poor background and being a partial orphan, narrates the struggle he is facing.
I was supposed to join at Egerton University on 22nd August 2022. Mara kwa mara nimekuwa nikirudishwa nyumbani kama bado niko shule ya upili. Nakaa nyumbani mwezi mzima, tena narudi huko, tena wananifukuza. Tena mara ya pili nikirudi nyumbani naanza kustruggle na mambo ya ng'ombe, mambo ya nini, mambo ya ukulima, mimi mwenyewe tu kutafuta moja na mbili ili niweze nikarudi shuleni kusoma.
His mother, Jimas Naswa, say that she is unable to raise the university fee for her son regardless of the efforts she has done.
Nimekuwa ni na changamoto katika fees. Wiki moja watoto wako nyumbani, wiki mbili shule, wiki mbili nyumbani. Na chenye kimekuwa kikinisaidia sana, zingine na uzako mti, wanakuja wanachukua kuni, mtoto anasoma kwa mwezi mmoja tena anafukuzwa.
Mtoto huyu kusoma ni shida. Kusoma kwake kipahati angemaliza zamani sana, lakini sasa shida ndiyo ilifanya narudia, nafukuzwa na kaa hapa nyumbani tu. Hana msaidizi.
The family is appealing to well wishers to come to their aid. Pauline Nasmir for Lunchtime News.
All right, we're taking a break, but we'll be back shortly. Stay with us.
Are you a holder of unclaimed financial assets? Take advantage of the Finance Act 2022 moratorium on penalties and interests. Surrender any unclaimed financial assets in your possession today. Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority. Receive, safeguard, reunite.
Do you have a news story to share with KBC? Get in touch swiftly on email news@kbc.co.ke or call 0723-892-654 or 0734-780-124.
Boyalo ya kweli bayana neno nasema tutukuze Kiswahili. Kiswahili kitukuzwe kwani lugha ya
mfumo wa CBC ni bora kuliko mfumo wa 844.
Mfumo huu wa CBC inawagharimu wazazi wengi, kwani wazazi wanapaswa kununua vifaa vitakavyotumiwa na watoto wao shuleni.
CBC inaleta usawa kati ya wanafunzi, kwani tunaona CBC inasaidia kwa kukuza talanta.
Mbona mama wanikana, kwani mimi si mwana? Kwa kuwa Abu aliaga, sikumjua mtu ila mama, asiyefunzwa na mamae.
Nikikutazama moyo wayoyoma, kipenzi cha ngoro na kuyanza.
Kiswahili kitukuzwe, kwani lugha ya taifa.
Nairu ukwe maskini lakini ukwe mzima. Ukiwa na hali mzuri, shukuru Mungu.
Some of them don't even understand the kind of sickness that they are suffering from. But thank you, because through Mama here, we have seen the hand of God.
Nashukuru, nilikibiwa, sasa naendelea kupona.
Lakini mlisupport, nikaweza kupona, sasa niko na raha. Mungu awabariki.
Nilikava kabisa, niko na furaha sana.
The only show that is transforming lives. Mungu akubariki na Mungu akuzidishie.
At KBC Channel 1, we put people at the heart of events with our captivating weekly news features. Every day, we are breaking new grounds with informative, entertaining, and inspiring human interest stories. On Mondays, 9 p.m., we have The Cabinets. Tuesday, 9 p.m., we get inside the barracks for military tales. We delve in the world of cinemas and theater each Wednesday night. For the young and industrious, make a date with us every Thursday at 9 p.m. Fridays are dedicated for my culture. On Saturdays, we go back in time for history in perspective. And on Sundays, we get to know the process of how things are done and made. KBC Channel 1 News features a whole lot of wonderful viewing experience.
Welcome back. This is Lunchtime News. Thank you for staying with us. Now, moving on, as Kenyans marked the International Day for the Elderly Persons yesterday, senior citizens in Ruiru, Kiambu County have decried delayed disbursement of Inua Jamii funds, saying inconsistencies in the disbursement is hurting them. They now want the government to facilitate a smooth transfer.
Speaking during celebrations to mark the International Day for the Elderly celebrations at Glory Outreach Assembly Church in Ruiru, the elderly lamented over inconsistencies in the Inua Jamii cash transfer funds, saying the stipend is their only source of income and that the delay of the same has caused them insurmountable suffering as they cannot afford to pay their monthly bills.
Watu hawajali kabisa. Na shida ni nyingi sana. Kama sasa hakuna chakula, hakuna nini, kila kitu ni bei ya juu. Sasa unajikaza tu hapo. Unajikaza ukisema wewe uko na Mungu, hakuna mwingine.
81-year-old Teresa Muraya from Kawawendani says they have been abandoned by their children, some of whom have turned to drugs due to hopelessness, with many of them unable to fend for themselves.
Ndio nang'ang'ana uone mtoto atakulaje, mtoto atasomaje, na wengine wanakataa masomo, wanaenda huko kwa shukura. Kwa hivyo tungetaka hata serikali yetu isukue wale watoto wote, hata wale wako wamekunywa gamu wote, wajengeo nyumba ya kusomeshwa.
Grace Williams, a philanthropist who takes care of the elderly, says there are enormous challenges that require the concerted efforts of all stakeholders to address them.
Kuna wengi ambao ni wagonjwa, kuna shida kama ya pesa zao zile wanapoa katika uzee haziwafiki, kuna mashida kama ya NHIF, na kuna mashida zingine ambao wengine hawajaingia kwa system. Na tungeomba serikali, because now tuko na serikali mpya, ombi letu ni moja, tuwezeshe na tusaidie wale ambao wako katika system, tuongeze wale ambao wako nje.
Her sentiments were echoed by Bishop David Tagana of Goa Church, who urged the government to fight cartels in the disbursement process.
Hii malipo ya wazee ifanywe rahisi. Kutuma mtu kwa KCB na hizo laini zote ni ngumu. Mbona tusirahisishe? Na kwa sababu tunajua namba zao za simu na wengi wao kuna namba za simu, watumiwe kwa namba za simu.
Trevor Ngendo for Lunchtime News.
Elsewhere, the Media Council of Kenya has applauded efforts undertaken by different media houses to promote viability in the industry. According to MCK Kisumu Regional Coordinator Ivan Steady, there is need to fulfill and improve the levels of journalism in the country. The consortium has partnered with DW Academy, which is part of the DW media company from Germany, with the aim of offering viability consultant training program for media professionals in Kenya and across 59 countries. The Grand Wave Consortium CEO, Norman Owino, indicated they are targeting more radio stations across further regions of the country, which will inadvertently create more employment opportunities for those in the journalism field. Some of the 12 radio media stations already registered included Pwani FM, Sauti ya Pwani, Radio Nam Lolwe, Upendo FM, and our very own KBC Kisumu.
To the Media Council of Kenya, we appreciate the effort that media houses have come together for them to be able to come up with such consortium in bid to strengthen media viability, because the challenge we have had in the media industry is sustainability, especially for local and regional media houses.
Our focus is to support smaller media houses. We have been working a lot with the national broadcaster KBC, but now we said, okay, they are just great, so let's support smaller media houses, local media houses. We do capacity building. We did a lot of training on all kind of things like interviewing, doing investigative research and journalism, how to report on corruption, sensitive, conflict-sensitive reporting, you name it, many things.
Okay. And elsewhere, Kericho County Governor Eric Mutai has promised to work closely with the Ministry of Cooperatives to secure both local and international market for the benefit of coffee farmers. The governor was speaking during the International Coffee Day celebrations held at Kipkelion Coffee Mill in Kericho County, in an event spearheaded by the Coffee Directorate. Kericho County is among the top 5 highest coffee production counties in Kenya.
Speaking during the event, Kericho Governor Eric Mutai vowed to push for Kipkelion Coffee Mill to be given full brokerage license to enable value addition and sell their product directly to international market.
As a government of Kericho County, we will continue to partner with the stock exchange. We will continue to partner with the Ministry of Agriculture so that we ensure that we have direct market for our goods. We will be working closely with Cooperatives Ministry led by Chelugui, so that we are able to get direct market, even as empower our cooperatives to turn around and add value to the coffee and other products that we have in this country, Kenya. Because the future is to work closely with the farmers.
Na kuomba kwamba serikali kuu wanapopeana subsidized fertilizer kwa ajili ya mimea mingine yote ijumuishe na ya kahawa. Wakipeana subsidized fertilizer wajumuishe na wakulima wa potatoes, wakulima wa French beans, wakulima wote katika taifa letu la Kenya, kwa sababu tumejua kwamba the future of this nation and the future of the world is in agriculture.
Kipkelion West Member of National Assembly Hilary Kosgei called on county government to provide quality coffee seedlings to farmers.
3 billion cups of coffee are consumed every day in the world because of your effort in farming coffee. So as you plan your county, you include research officers to come and do soil sampling in several areas so that our farmers are assisted to plant the right variety of coffee in their area.
The International Coffee Day celebration recognizes the millions of people across the globe who are involved in the industry, from farmers to roasters, baristas and coffee shop owners, among others. This day is also used to promote fair trade coffee, and many businesses offer free or discounted cups of coffee. Edwin Austin for Lunchtime News.
Meanwhile, elders from Garbatula sub-county in Isiolo have called for a truce among different clan members following the campaign period and subsequent general elections that left the community divided along different political affiliations. Led by Adan Denge, an elder and chairperson of the Garbatula Community Wildlife Conservancy, they have urged locals to bury their differences and focus on resolving challenges affecting them.
Over 300 elders from the different clans of Borana and Sakuya communities that are predominantly in the Isiolo County are calling for peaceful coexistence among all the clans irrespective of their different political affiliations.
Ujumbe wangu kwa wale jamii zetu wa Garbatula. Siasa imekuja na imepita. Na ni upepo ambayo huwa inawacha vumbi ama madhara baina ya jamii. Naomba jamii zetu kama wakaaji wa Garbatula, kila moja amsamehe mwenzake iwapo wakati fulani ametamka matamshi ambayo yameweza kumdhuru.
Turudi pamoja, tuwe tunafanya maslahi, wale wamekosana tulete pamoja.
The elders say those elected leaders will serve all with the focus of both leadership and citizenry being to overcome the challenges of insecurity, border conflicts and the drought situation that has been ravaging the area, regardless of who voted for them.
Kwa wale viongozi wetu, nataka kuwaomba yote wakiwa wamekaa kwenye kikao yao ya uongozi, wajue ya kwamba sisi watu wa Garbatula tumeshukana, tuko kitu kimoja na tuko nyuma yao na tuko tayari kufanya kazi na hawa. Nataka kuwaomba hawa viongozi wetu waangalie matatizo yetu, hasa ya usalama, mambo ya boda yetu na mambo ya project nyingi ambazo zinakuja, ambazo area zingine hatuwezi kufika, kama station 9 ya Lapsset hatuwezi kufika kwa sababu ya matatizo ya insecurity.
Meanwhile, Mijikenda Akaya elders in Kilifi County have urged coastal leaders to unite and address the area historical injustices.
Sisi kama viongozi wa kijamii, ombi letu ni kwamba viongozi wote wa kisiasa hapa Coast, ni wakati wetu mzuri wa kwamba mshikane, nafasi kama hizo ambazo tumeweza kuzipata tuweze kuzitumia kwa manufaa ya jamii ya Wapwani. Huu ni wakati ambao tunaweza kumaliza yale matatizo yetu sugu, kwa mfano kama yale masuala ya ardhi.
Mambo ya kaya inadidimia. Ni moja ataichukua agawe watu ambao hawana mashamba, ni kama sisi ambao tumepokonywa hii kaya yetu. Kwa hivyo tunataka title deed kutoka huko kwako wewe ije hapa kaya.
While thanking President William Ruto for appointment of 3 people from the region, the elders rallied their leaders to unite and support the new government to ensure the issues of the coastal people are addressed conclusively.
It is time now for sports, and we are getting news that Kenya's Jocelyn Jepkosgei has won the silver in women's London Marathon. You'll get that report comprehensively in our subsequent bulletins. But Kenya's Timothy Kiplagat Rono won the 2022 Melbourne Marathon in a new record time of 2 hours, 9 minutes and 12 seconds. Rono broke the previous course record of 2 hours, 10 minutes and 47 seconds set by compatriot Dominic Ondoro in 2013. Fellow Kenyan Cornelius Kibet Kiplagat took the second position after clocking 2 hours, 10 minutes and 24 seconds. Melbourne's Rhys Edwards completed the podium in 2 hours, 14 minutes and 41 seconds. Beatrice Cheptoo made it a Kenyan double when she won the women's race in 2 hours, 27 minutes and 58 seconds. Easy but Doily finished second ahead of Ethiopia's Yenebeba Maru Ejigu, who finished third.
Yeah, putting his name unsure because
And in basketball, Kenya Ports Authority basketball team has relinquished their Africa Zone 5 basketball title after being defeated 78-67 by Alexandra Sporting Club of Egypt in the final match played at the National Stadium in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. The Kenyan team booked a place in the finals after seeing off APR of Rwanda 61-39 in the semi-final match, while the Egyptian team narrowly beat REG of Rwanda 49-45 in the semis. Rwanda's REG finished third after beating their counterparts APR 42-39 in the third place playoff match. Alexandra Sporting Club has now booked a ticket to the finals of the FIBA African Cup for Women's Championship. The other Kenyan team in the event, Equity Hawks, was eliminated in the quarter-final stage after going down 40-52 to REG of Rwanda. And that's all the time we had for lunchtime news, but allow me to repeat: Kenya's Joycelyn Jepkosgei wins silver in women's London Marathon, and the men's marathon is currently ongoing. That and so much more here in our subsequent bulletins, and more news on our website at www.kbc.co.ke. I am Nissie Imano. Byron Abuli has been our sign language interpreter. Thank you for staying tuned to KBC. Enjoy the rest of your viewing. Good afternoon.